What's up, y'all? This your boy Q. We back with another episode of Blues, Barbecue, and Bullets, man. The newest flies podcast out there. I got a special guest today. We were just talking about this off scene. My boy Danny here, man. We
What's
met
up,
on
buddy?
some super random time, bro. I was at work and you came down, bro, and we started talking, and I was like, damn, bro, like, why is he so goddamn cool, bro?
Oh, thank
Like,
you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. We saying, Instagrams, and you know what I'm saying, now we here now, man. So,
Dude, thanks for having me, man. I'm excited to be here.
man, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Yeah.
So, for the people who may not know you, man, let's kind of do a little background, bro. Like, where you from originally? You from Nashville?
For sure.
originally?
No, I'm from Chicago originally.
Chi-town.
Chi-town, baby. Just outside the city.
Ooh,
Grew up
okay.
in like Burr Ridge, south of Hinsdale area. And then I lived in Chicago for a while before I came down here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, dude, I got to get to a creative place. Got to come to Nashville, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
So it was good.
That's what's up, bro. When I think about Chicago, I think about two things. I don't know if you remember this movie called Barbershop with Ice Cube.
Ooh, I don't know that one. No.
Really good one, bro.
Okay.
And then
Add it to my
Hardball
list.
with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think he shot that in Chicago. That was like when Michael B. Jordan was like super young, his first movie.
Hell yeah. I mean, I love Chicago because like the movies they shoot down there are
Mm-hmm.
just fantastic. I mean, I'm a huge Transformers fan. Okay.
Come on, bro. People sleep on Transformers.
Oh, they
bro.
sleep on it, dude. And the stuff that they did with that movie in the city, fantastic. So I was actually down there when they were shooting, I think the second one, and I watched them like block off half the streets. I'm like, dude, this is freaking tight.
Really, bro? That's
Yeah.
dope as hell.
Yeah.
That's the second one was called, I think, was Revenge of the Fallen.
Yep, Revenge of the
That's
Fallen.
when
yeah.
fucking Optimus Prime died.
Yep, but dude, it keeps coming back, baby. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. So
Yeah.
since you from Chicago, you used to the cold weather, right? Was it really cold?
Oh, dude. I mean, ice skating in the street's kind of cold. I mean, it's.
Golly.
I know. So you're from Memphis, so like you don't see that often,
No,
do you?
no.
So the weather this week has been pretty brutal for you then.
Bro, I've been dying here. I've been like, oh my gosh, man. Like, why did I sign up for this? Because it's been cold and it's been raining.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not used to the cold. Like, I'm tell you a funny story. I went maybe like a couple months ago. Me and my buddies went to Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
To see the Tennessee and Ohio State game.
Oh, nice.
And you know, I love football. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm like a August, September, October type of guy. When they
Little
like,
fall weather, yeah.
When they like November, December, I'm kind of like, oh no, man. When it's getting 15 and 16 degrees, I was like, I'm gonna try something different. I'm in Nashville. Woo, let's go, baby. I'm gonna try something different.
And then you just
I'm gonna
get
go to the
brutalized
game.
by 5 tornadoes this week.
Bro, that too, and just being in the cold in Ohio, bro, it's like 17 degrees. Man,
Oh yeah,
so
it's tough.
I'm not used to the cold.
It's
man.
tough. Yeah, dude. I mean, I played golf all my life. So, like,
Really?
yeah, so you have such a short season in Chicago. Like, I mean, you go total hermit mode during basically November through pretty much right now, March, April.
bro.
So, but yeah, dude, I love Nashville, man. The weather down here, it's bad for a couple days, but you get an inch of snow in this city and the entire city shuts down. It's
It
hilarious.
is crazy though.
Yeah.
If I was a kid, I would love that, man. Like, if it's a prediction of snow, they just shut down schools. Like,
Oh,
there'll be
for
no
sure.
schools tomorrow, guys.
We would go to school if it was still like 6 to 12 inches of snow. I mean, I went to school one time, there was 10 inches of snow on the ground in high school. I'm like, hey, it was kind of fun to drift around the car on the way to
Oh
school.
my
But
God! See, that's some Chicago stuff, right?
It was
Memphis
Chicago,
would've got shut down.
it's time for a change, time to get out of there. But Nashville, dude, it spoke to me. And I was just like, I had a job opportunity pop up for a agency down here to do full-time video and photo work. And I'm just like, time to go. Let's make the journey. And
Yeah.
I haven't looked back since. It's been amazing. I graduated college in 17 and then went to go back into the city in Chicago to go work for an event company. And that just, it fell apart. Got robbed by the event company I was working at the
man.
time. Yeah, just bad news bears. But it was honestly probably the best blessing I could ever have because literally like a month later, the school that I went to reached out and they made a position for me to come back, and I got to spend 3 years in Iowa on top of the 4 years I spent before working for the university that I attended. And that was really where I made like all the strides as a creative to really go to the next level. And then so I was in Iowa for a while, went back to Chicago, and then and then I was trying to do a bunch of freelance stuff in Chicago right now. A lot of machine shops, a lot of like concrete plants. It's really been an opportunity for me to just continue to keep growing. So it's been fun.
That's super dope, bro. I know because I don't know if you struggle with this. You know, I grew up in Memphis my whole life. I moved here maybe like in 2012. Went to Murfreesboro for a minute.
Oh, so you've been here a minute.
I've been here for a minute. I'm kind of seasoned now.
Damn, yeah.
I'll be like,
You're a local at this
I'm
point.
like, damn, I'm getting old. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, it's getting up. Oh, man.
that.
But I don't know about you, man, but I talk to people all the time. My transition was kind of a little bit different, going from a culture of Memphis and then coming to Nashville. It's kind of like,
how was it different?
It's night and day, bro.
Why? Tell me.
Dude, like, I don't know. Like, sometimes people make fun of my accent, right?
Okay.
Like, I didn't realize I had such an accent until I moved to Nashville. And
They
I
make
didn't
fun of mine
realize-
too from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how fast I enunciate some of my words and mispronounce certain words until I moved to Nashville. And I would say certain things. They were like, dude, what? Say it again? I'm like, you understand what I'm saying? They're like, no, I don't get it. But when I go home, you know, when I'm speaking, everybody understands what I'm talking about. And then, of course, in Memphis, it's a mostly predominantly black city.
Yeah.
And Nashville, like, is the opposite.
It's
right?
wild how many different people are here, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's so different. So was it an adjustment for you coming from Chicago to here? Or?
It was, so the big adjustment for me was Chicago. If you're not in that friend group, nobody wants to talk to you. Like,
Really?
you can't walk up to a random bar. You can't, like, I was just at Red Door for a beer before I came over here. Talked to like 5 people just because, like, everybody wants to, like, communicate. It's a very friendly city. In Chicago, like, if you walked up to another bar, you're getting belittled. Like, it's bad. So when I came down here, the biggest transition for me was like, oh, everybody is open to talking to you. It's such a welcoming city, and I don't want to make a Nashville advertisement, but it kind of is.
Right,
Is
for
like
sure.
the people here. I describe it to everybody when I'm traveling is like everybody here is trying to chase a dream, but they want to help you also chase your dream on the way, and it's such a nice spot. It's such a nice spot, especially as a creative.
I couldn't agree with you more, bro. You said it's true. It's like I don't think in Memphis you can do the same. You can't just really walk up if you're not really in that circle. It's a lot harder to kind of get in. But here, you're not lying. You can be walking down and people just so nice, especially working at a restaurant too downtown. Be tourists and stuff. They always just like, so what are you suggest doing down here? You know, and it's just always so open and cool. But since you've been down here, man, what has been your favorite restaurant so far?
I am a huge Martin's fan. Oh, dude. Okay, are we going to disagree on this one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. See, mine's is tough, man. I like Martin's and Jack's.
Okay, Martin's and Jackson.
Yeah, Jack's.
Oh, Jack's.
It's right on Broadway. It's one on 4th Street right there.
Okay.
It's called Jack's Barbecue. But Martin's is really good, too.
Okay. This Martin's downtown is like, the vibe is fantastic. The guys there are really nice, too. I don't go there on Fridays or Saturdays, though.
Why? It's too busy?
Dude, slam. And they're just moving. They have to move so many people through there. It's just like, no. So I'm like a Monday, Tuesday, lunchtime, go over there. Yeah. And it's right down the street from my apartment, too. So it's good. Yeah.
So what are you, a pulled pork guy, brisket guy, rib guy?
Brisket platter all day long.
Brisket, so you got money.
Oh.
You got money.
Dude, it's like when I go to get barbecue, I'm like, I just got to get the best, right?
Yeah. You got the brisket.
I know. At least it's good. The one off Hermitage Road is my favorite. Yeah. The one in East is kind of hit or miss at times, but no, I'm a Martin's guy all the way through. They take care of me every single time I'm there. Great guys. So
what has been your least favorite barbecue experience you've been in Nashville?
Shoot.
We all got one. I got mine in mind right now.
Ooh, you go first. You go first.
Oh man, I hate to do it to my people, man. I hate to do it. Dude, so we went on a barbecue crawl maybe a few months ago. We went to
Wait a minute.
Jack's.
Next time you go on a barbecue crawl, I gotta go.
Oh, I got you for sure.
Please,
we locked in now.
Okay,
I got you, bro.
good.
But I'm not gonna lie, man. We went to Martin's, Etley's, Jack's. We went to Central Barbecue, bro. The one at the Gulch.
Oh no, is it bad?
It wasn't good, man.
Why? Dry? Bad?
That, bro, and I'm big on I like size too, right? So I like the mac and cheese, the baked beans. The mac and cheese tastes like it was just like some Velveeta mac and cheese you got a box at the store.
Oh no.
And the baked beans was just like regular baked beans.
Oh no.
And the pork just wasn't that tender, bro. And it just wasn't good.
Well, if the sides aren't good,
man,
whatever you're doing on the meat, we know it's not good, right?
Yeah, bro, because you got to get a piece of meat, get you some size to it, and put it all together.
A shout out to this, at least though I went to yesterday, best mac and cheese I've had on the side. Yeah, it was perfect. Consistency was amazing. They even did this like little it was like crusted on the top.
Oh, like a little bread crust on mac and cheese.
It was fire, dude. It was fire.
That sounds.
It was literally like my Saturday. I was editing all morning, and then I was like, I gotta go freaking hammer some barbecue. Let's go, baby. Come on. So, Yeah.
So it was central. I mean, it's still good though, bro. It wasn't like the worst, but if I had to categorize all the ones I had in Nashville,
Yeah.
I'll probably put that one as my least
Well,
favorite.
so the thing about living in Nashville is you get so many good barbecue options. Like
sure.
you go out, when I go back to Chicago and they're like, oh, we got barbecue. I'm like, yo, this is not barbecue. This is fuck. This is bad shit. So it's just like when someone doesn't, I don't feel like they want me to be there. It's like it ruins the entire food for me. So it was not necessarily like the brisket was great. I should
brisket.
probably.
He rich. I told you.
I'm a big brisket guy, I guess.
He's rich. He's rich.
I mean, dude, you gotta ball out when it's good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, like when you get bad brisket, oh geez. I would say, I love that Martin's downtown. The only bad experience I've had is like going there on a Saturday with, like some people are coming in for a bachelor party, and I'm we gotta go to Martin's, and it's just it's just not enough meat, or it's like not consistent to what they had earlier. So I love that place, but like it kind of just comes down to the vibe for me.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. I'm the same way. I'm really big on vibes. You can just sense like when you go into a restaurant. I'm the same way. I'm usually by myself most of the time. Me and my buddy, we always go to the bar. I don't never get a table. It's kind of weird unless I'm like.
Unless you got like, unless I've got 4, I'm not going to a table.
Yeah, man, it's kind of weird, man. But I'm real big on vibes, bro.
Good.
So back to you being rich on brisket. Do you like your brisket? You put sauce on it, or you usually kind of a dry brisket type?
I'm a dry brisket guy.
Really? No sauce at all?
I know. Well, I've never been a sauce guy ever in my life. I don't know why. I want it authentic. I want it right down to the freaking oven. Give it to me. Slice it. Let's go.
Don't tell me you order chicken tenders with no sauce, bro. You'll ketchup different with the tenders?
No ketchup, dude. No ketchup.
No
Chicago,
ketchup
no Chicago. Like, dude, I'm from Chicago. You can't put ketchup on anything.
Really?
Nothing, dude. If you put ketchup on a hot dog and there's not like mustard and relish and everything, you're getting booed out of the stadium.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Straight up, yeah.
Okay.
It's wild.
I learned something.
But so the brisket, like if it's good brisket, you shouldn't have to put sauce on it, in my opinion. But I will say the white sauce at Martin's, to die for, dude.
See, bro, we was on the same page.
Yeah.
You said that. Let's rewind this
Okay,
conversation. Wait. We talked about your favorite barbecue spots.
Yeah.
Man. What's been your favorite spot to go to? Because I know you're a busy man. You're always working, right? We're about to dive into that as well. But
Sure.
What's the place you like to go to, man? Kind of unwind and kind of, get your mind off of work for a minute.
The cigar shop. I go to Monte Cristo a lot.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm a big cigar guy. Been a cigar guy ever since I was 18. I never drank until I went to college. And I just spent all my time golfing and going to the cigar shop. And
this is like a stepbrothers moment, bro. Like, favorite course, James Stone was like, I love Monte Cristo. I'm actually going later on. Like, this is my favorite thing.
we should go after.
Let's do it for sure.
Hell yeah.
But back into you said that, I'm like, wait a minute, read my bio or something.
Yeah,
okay.
dude, it's a great spot. There was a Monte Cristo up in Chicago that I was a member at for a long time, and like the people that you're there is like, as long as you're like open to talking to everybody. I've talked to so many people, 70, 80-year-old dudes that just give me all these life experiences, and I'm just like, this is it. And you're just relaxing. There's something about smoking a really good cigar that really calms me down. So, and they got great cocktails there.
Yeah, man. I love their cigars. Were you more of a sweet cigar type of guy, or more like a?
I'm a Davidoff and a Liga Privada guy. Those are my two. Like I'm always looking for. Monte Cristos, I'm all about too. But I'm like a 56 ring gate. I'm a total cigar nerd. But 50.
I'm gonna try that, bro. I never tried it before. I'm new into the game.
What are you into?
I like those sweet cigars, man, a lot.
Okay.
I like those acids and this one I'm getting. It's called like, I can't think of the name of it. I know where it is. Every time I go to Monte Cristo, it's
there you
like
go. You just know exactly where it is.
I know exactly where it is, bro. I like those, man. But I didn't realize, like, when I went there, I was like, it's so many, like, it's like a candy shop, bro. So many different varieties and so many different ones. And
how long you been smoking cigars for?
Dude, so I don't really drink alcohol anymore, bro.
Okay.
So I've been maybe like consistently smoking cigars like the last 3 or 4 months.
Nice. Oh, sweet, dude.
So I go usually every Sunday. I go get me a cigar.
So that's a great little Sunday ritual. I like that. Nice. It's relaxing, right?
Get my day started.
So here, I'll put you on as like, so I've been smoking for a very long time, and the thing about the flavored and the shoot, how did you describe it?
The cigar.
The ones that you like. The acids and whatnot. I don't want to hurt you right now, but this is going to be serious. It's like the way they make those is they take all the cutoffs of all the big cigar brands. Okay, they take those, put them in a vat, and just spray chemicals all over them to make them taste a certain way, to put flavor into them, and then they roll them and then spray them again. So you're getting like a good cigar has no additive chemicals in it, but these have so much, dude. And to me, it's like I can't get on board with that, because it's like it's not a true taste, but
Right.
I'm also deep into it. So like I tell everybody that's like getting into it, yeah, if like that's a good like barrier to get into cigar
sure.
smoking, but you eventually want to get over into like true tobacco leaves. And I got a great story for you. I was down in Tampa for a shoot probably about 6 months ago now, and Ybor City is like one of the hubs of all cigars, and like in like that's where when everybody came over from Cuba, that's where all the cigar rollers came from. That like they have the best cigar rollers in Ybor City, and I roll up. And it's just me. I was driving a blue Mustang. Shout out to the old company for letting me rent that thing. This blue Mustang convertible, and I roll up, and they're about to close, and it's just the cigar roller and one bartender, and they taught me how to roll cigars in like just for like 2 hours there, and it was just one of the nicest experiences ever. And their cigars really like bring people together. So that's when I need to go relax. If I'm not at Red Door, I'm at Monte Cristo. But like once you get into it, and you like. Dude, and once you start networking in there too, you'll meet some of the best people to network. I've gotten probably 30 jobs just by networking in cigar shops. So
For sure. You not a Broadway guy at all? You don't like go to Aldine's?
Fuck Aldine's. Fuck Aldine's. I hate that fucking floor on the top floor. I'm waiting for it to collapse. I don't want it. Dude, the thing sways so much.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But of course, everybody that comes into town wants to go to Aldine's. And I'm just like, no. I'll go to any other bar on Broadway but Aldine's. Yeah.
No Aldine's at all, bro?
No Aldine's at all. I used to go there, like, so I've gotten over my Broadway thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long did it take you, bro? About a couple months? You get over it?
About a year.
About a year? Okay.
Because I'm just a big vibes guy. And and the fact that you could go in, have a couple of drinks, a couple of overpriced drinks, and very overpriced drinks, and then just bounce around to all these different places. It's very unique. But right now, my tops are Friends in Low Places by far.
Okay.
I love Friends. And then Jelly Roll's new bar, okay?
I haven't been here yet, bro. I heard about it. I heard it's dope.
That is the bar, dude. I'm telling you. And I love Jelly Roll. I've shot him 8 times now. And he gave me a hug the first time I ever shot him. And I'm just like, dude, I feel at home there. It's a great place.
They did.
Yeah.
My only complaint about that, y'all, if y'all listen to Nashville, which I don't care, I got plenty of money. Dude, before they had that Hooters right there.
There was a Hooters?
There was a Hooters at the end of that street, bro.
Okay.
That was the best Hooters I ever had. Just because, like, everybody knows Hooters food isn't that good. You go for the experience, bro. But just the experience in that Hooters was so great, bro. And I went to a couple different other Hooters in Nashville, and the experience is not the same, bro.
Really?
No.
Really?
Not at all.
Was it at the like Broadway end, or was it at near the Capitol building?
Near the Capitol building.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't towards the end of Broadway. It's like on the other end of it.
Yeah.
It was next to BB King's Blues and Barbecue.
Oh, that's a good spot.
There,
I like that.
Yeah, man.
What do you think about Printer's Alley? You like Printer's Alley?
Oh, man, that's my spot to go to.
Hell yeah, I love Printer's Alley. What's your favorite bar in Printer's Alley?
Dude, I really like going to Bourbon Street Blues.
Like Bourbon Street Blues.
Go listen to some music.
That's a vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's get packed in there quick. You got to go at a good time.
Very, very fast.
You will not get a seat in there, bro.
Yeah.
You can stand there for a minute.
And you can't go there at noon on a Saturday because the crowd is very old.
very,
very old.
They got their shopping bags for when it was shopping on Broadway.
Yeah.
That's so funny because it's so true. I like Miss Kelly's too, bro. I like to do a little karaoke too, bro.
You're a karaoke guy, huh?
Hell yeah.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Come on now, man. So depends on mood I'm in, bro. So if I'm really trying to get like the girls to laugh and people have a good time, bro, I'm doing Justin Bieber, Baby, every time.
Yo, that is fire.
I'm doing Justin Bieber, Baby.
I'm jealous. I could never get up there and sing that. Nice.
If I'm feeling good, like I'll do the Young Money, Bell Rock. Ooh, baby.
Hell yeah.
I know all the verses by myself. One man group. I don't need no band.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
You're killing Miss Kelly's then. I love that.
I like Miss Kelly's or Blueprint. That's pretty dope spot now.
Okay, Blueprint. I've got
to open up.
Zach, the guy that manages that, really good dude, and they've done a great job with Blueprint.
Dude, it's really nice in there. Nice vibe, bro. Nice the aesthetics in there. Because I look at the vibe and the aesthetics and how long it takes to get a drink, just the people, bro, and they they've been pretty
Yeah,
pretty cool,
and
bro.
also like if you're gonna go to a club down here, well, so the one thing I hate about Nashville right now, the bottle service situation. Okay, I don't do it very often, but like we did it. We went to Blueprint on New Year's, and it was after we were at the Virgin Hotel.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Dude, I'm telling you, there was too many people there. There was just way too many people there. Yeah. But then we went down there. We went to Blueprint afterwards, and it's such a welcoming spot. But like all of the other spots that you do bottle service in, like, you know, I like Friends, but the upstairs of Friends is just it's wooden spots. Like there's no cushions or anything up top. I get it because it's outdoor, but like. They need to really dial in the bottle service situation down here because they're losing a lot of money, in my opinion.
See, I never ordered a bottle service here in Nashville. I didn't know a lot of spots did bottle service.
Oh yeah.
So maybe I just don't pay attention. I mean, all beans.
I'll put you on one night. We'll go.
Yeah,
stay away from Barstool though. That place gets way too jammed in the bottle.
Oh,
service
Barstool,
yeah.
Bro. We went like a few months ago to see Pauly D came.
Okay.
To Barstool, bro. It was so crowded and so
hell yeah,
bro.
Well, that's just like right up his alley, right? That's like the entire.
They were like, yeah. It's like they dropped the beat. I was like, wow, bro.
Ormy picks.
Ormy picks.
Yeah.
Okay. What made you come up with that name?
Okay, so my dad actually came up with the name.
Okay.
And yeah, so
Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops. Shout out to Brian. Hey, happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
And so my grandpa was a photographer, amateur, and then my dad went to school and he was a full-time photographer in the film days. Okay, so he went to Eastern Illinois and he was on the newspaper and shot for a long time. And that is it. Our last name's Ormiston, so he took Ormy and then threw the pics at it. And when I was kind of coming up, he refused to give me the website name. Yeah. So I I went to ormypics.co instead of ormypics.com. But to me it's family legendary. You know, I'd love for that to actually be a big time name someday. So
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I think it will, bro, for sure. Is that what kind of got you into the whole industry? Was one of those things kind of embedded you at an early age that you kind of just in your blood?
I mean, photography back when I started going. I mean, I was shooting in middle school. I was a middle school yearbook photographer. But like back in the day, it was so difficult to even like you had to have someone in the industry already for you to be able to get dabbling into it. Nowadays, you go to Best Buy and buy a really good camera and and go on YouTube and learn whatever. But back then it was like there was no YouTube or there was no videos on YouTube to learn. So you kind of had to have someone that would criticize all your photos. And luckily my dad was there to lead me in the right direction. And he had the gear at the time, which is like an absolute blessing because but the best thing he ever did for me out the gate was he forced me to learn on film. So like the first 2 years of my career, maybe first year and a half, I shot everything on film. So you have just like such an appreciation for, and we dunked our own film. We had a dark room in the basement. So like you really get the art of it when you have to do that because you only got 15 shots. I can't remember how many are actually in a roll of film, but dope, it was amazing. So like that's really what got me hooked on it. And then selfishly, like I hate being in the stands. I don't want to go watch a freaking basketball game from the stands. I want to be on the court. I want to be right there, and I want to give my art and my ability to to capture a moment, to freeze a moment, or if it's video, really emphasize that. So like selfishly, it was a combination of like, how do I get the access to be there, and then I just had the ability, and luckily stars aligned, and we made it happen. I'm probably shooting 350 gigs of stuff a week. So it's like I can't have the time to shoot film, but I do have a film camera. It's an old Leica that has never been shot before. It's from the 60s. And I'm still trying to find a lens. So if anybody hears this, I'm looking for a 50 millimeter Leica lens that I could put on this thing. But film is, and my dad still rips me up all the time about it because he's like, you're overshooting. Because film, you only had a couple of shots. Like you had that roll, and then he would, like when he was shooting at school, he would go shoot one roll for the first half of a football game. So 36 photos for the first half of a football game. Go dunk them, put another roll in, and shoot the second half. So you're maybe going to get like 70 photos or so, or if you're really ripping, you go through a lot of them. But there's so many nuances that shooting film teaches you. Like I would encourage anybody that is getting into it, like if you really want to get the art of photography, framing, exposure, everything, you should start shooting film.
Yeah, I know you mentioned earlier, you said back then it was a lot of YouTube ambiances. Do you think it's kind of a gift or curse now that we have that the
Great
technology
question.
now
So
to do it?
I have a YouTube university degree, as I like to say. Like everything I know about, especially video, but like photography, post processing, all that stuff, off of YouTube. So I was actually like when I was coming up in that industry, there was only maybe like 3 channels that were teaching that kind of stuff. So now it's so saturated that I almost feel like, God, that's a great question. I almost feel like now there's so much content out there that pushes people too fast, too far, or too far, too fast. As where like now they can go and say like they've got a budget for a camera and they're like, okay, what can I get in under this budget? But no one teaches the fact that like I'll just say it right now, is like the lenses are the most important thing.
Right.
Okay, lenses are most important. And people go and blow all their money on a good body and then get the freaking kit lens. And none of their photos turn out well. And they totally just shoot themselves in the foot. So like there's no one teaching right now, like you have to invest into what your kit is going to look like in 5 years.
Right.
Instead of just spend your money right now. So I do think that YouTube has oversaturated the minds of a lot of people getting into it, because there's a lot of people that are just flying in right now like, oh, I want to be a photographer, like I want to go on tour with a band, I want to do this, and they get screwed by the fact that they're not taking the time to research properly and really self-audit. Like for every one video I look at about gear, I'm looking at 2 that are asking, why is that gear bad?
Like, hey, this is going to work best for you, or you research something, or you bought something without researching it.
Yeah.
And then later on, you go back and regret it and wish you would have just took the time or just listen and research it. In photography or technology.
When I regret it, definitely when computers, probably for that in that regard, is like, I was always about like, hey, I want to buy a computer that's going to last me 10 years.
Right.
When he's more of like, hey, what are you going to do? Like, you need one right now. Don't blow all your money on the latest M4, just get something that's going to get you through the next year, make that money and go. Instead, I'm overspending my budget on that. So computers wise, but my dad and I have a crazy relationship with cameras. He's a Canon guy. I'm a Sony guy.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's a battle. Okay. And I grew up on Canon. I like Canon, but in 2018, there was 3 major changes that have happened to cameras in the last, I'm going to say 20 years. Okay. Film to digital, and then digital to mirrorless. Mirrorless, like this camera's a mirrorless. I shoot everything on mirrorless, and up until 2018, those mirrorless cameras were just dog shit. Like you couldn't use them; they were not efficient. And so he and I battled for probably like 5 years about, when I went to Sony, he almost disowned me. He was like, "You're just a Canon family, and you're disrespecting it." And I'm like, "No, Dad, this is the right move." So, but I've been shooting on Sony ever since. So, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. But it's also really nice that like I get to have these little tiffs with my dad. It's something that we both care about, and I know that he cares that I'm growing and learning and doing all this stuff. And now,
what was like your most difficult shoot that you were able to get through it?
Whoa. I've had a lot. Just in the past, since I've been in Nashville, I probably had 450 shoots, maybe 500. So there's always times that like, say I'm at a restaurant and I'm trying to shoot, like I'm going into a restaurant and I have to shoot their entire menu, lifestyle photos, and sometimes I have to do video too, which is insane. But like the organization of like making sure everybody has a good vibe, because to me it's like if they don't have a good vibe, I'm not going to be able to get what I need out of those people, right? So the navigating of the certain vibe is very important. And
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's like if I make you uncomfortable and I have a camera in my hand and then I go, hey, no, give me a smile, you're not going to give me the true smile. But if we're sitting here like this and I'm like, hey, let me take a quick pic of you, like the vibe's going to be better, right? So I have one experience that I did last year. I was at a like a rental company for like machines. Okay, like we're talking big excavators, crane lifts, and all this stuff. And walk in, the client already was upset because we pushed the shoot back a week because they double booked me, so I couldn't get down. And this is in Alabama, and so I'm driving all the way down there. They're upset with me, and I literally had to just like get the entire shop on board with me, and then go through the entire shoot. And it's like 90 degrees. I'm sweating my ass off.
Yeah.
And like creating as I'm doing it. So there's times where I mean I have tough shoots all the time, but like the coolest thing is being able to go in and have a tough shoot, walk out, the client shakes your hand, and they're just like, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see what you did, and they can't wait to have you back. So yeah,
that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
So how do you get? Because people always see the end product, right? They don't see the difficult times. Because you're such a jolly guy, right? You're so gifted and talented, man. And they look at your beautiful artwork. They see, when you do things, but they don't realize that, man. You hear me too, right? Mm-hmm. You have times you kind of like, damn, this is like a tough and a difficult situation, right? Because people always talk about the finish line, but they don't see the on the way there. You fail a couple times, scrapes your knee, you get back up, and keep on going. What motivates you? What gets you through those rough days and those rough shoots when you do?
Great question. To me, like, let's just use video, because video is way harder to nail down. Photography, like, I'll deliver an album of 50 photos, and I know they might not like a couple of them, but video-wise is like, I don't, let's just use a wedding video, okay? I don't do a lot of weddings anymore. I only do them for friends and family because of how much stress it goes into. I put 90 to 100 hours of editing into a wedding video on top of a 12-hour shoot day. So like pick up the camera, 12 hours of shooting, and then all that stuff afterwards, like then if they don't like it, like it's demoralizing, right? So you're constantly, for that 90 hours, you're just like battling, how am I going to make this the best possible thing ever? And what I've come to learn is, if you walk away and the client is not so excited about you being there, they're naturally not going to like the stuff. So that's like, it's such an important thing that like you're great energy on set, and they are over the moon excited that you're there, because they could say, oh, I don't like this. I've had one person say like they don't like the framing of this photo. I'm like, honey, this is a perfectly framed photo. I mean, I would put this on my website. It's perfectly framed. But that, like, everybody's subjective, and when you're making art like this, it's tough to it's tough to manage that. But if you're a great energy when you're there and in person, they are going to remember that when they see the content, right? I mean, I'll use an example. The last wedding I shot was in Tampa a couple weeks ago, and the photographer was such a bad dude that, like, we're in the bridal suite, and I hope he sees this too, because he needs to hear this. Okay, we're in the
real on here.
Hell yeah. We're in the bridal suite, and this guy starts yelling at the bride because she's not turning the way that he wants her to turn, or she's not moving fast enough. And I got so just like physically upset that I had to walk out in the hallway and take a couple deep breaths before I came back in. And the bride comes up to me after the wedding and is like, yo, thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping the energy up, because that was like, I did not like that person. They did not make me feel good. Guy shot great photos, okay? I looked at all of them, fantastic photos, but she still doesn't like them because of the way that he made her feel. They shove a camera in someone's face and force a shot instead of cultivating a shot. You got to cultivate good energy.
Man, I know you mentioned like working with Jelly Roll, and I think he's like such a cool guy.
One of the best dudes ever.
Energy wise, man. What was that like? I know his DJ too. Shout out DJ Chill, man.
Dude, DJ Chill is such a nice dude. I love DJ Chill. He's such a cool guy.
We love you, Chill, man. He come home soon we get off from tour. Looking forward to having you.
Whoa, yeah, we got to get him on.
Yeah, man, I love Chill, man. But Jelly Roll's like, he's such a good like dude. His energy seemed like, man, he's like, he'd be chilling, man. What was the experience like working with
oh man,
Jelly Roll?
So I shoot for this festival called Tailgate and Tall Boys. These guys are amazing. Midwest country music festival. I've been with them since 2021. So I shot Jelly Roll when he was like, before he popped off, at Taylorville, Illinois, at a mud park. There's homemade monster trucks at this place. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was trippy. But I've seen Jelly Roll a bunch of times, and every single time I've seen him, he, even if he doesn't remember me or if he's moving around a lot, he still gives me just such he's happy that I'm there, and he's just and he's happy that everybody's there. His energy is just it's what I would want out of someone that is that's a big star like that, and the fact that I can't love him more because like what he's doing for the kids, what he's doing for the people that are in jail, like he's truly a great guy.
When you starting something up, bro, you look at the views and you see people out there, man. When you keep on going and going and going, bro, I really believe that whatever you put your mind to, it can happen as long as you're consistent.
Yeah.
And you put the faith behind it. So it's always good seeing someone like him. Just his story is so relatable.
Dude, I'll tell you this. I was in Michigan last year for tailgate, and I try to talk to everybody. I don't know why. It's just something in me. I just thought I talk to everybody. I talked to more people that said that Jelly Rolls saved their lives than it was just simply amazing. It was simply amazing. One guy in particular, he was like, until I heard, I can't remember what the name of the song was right now, but he was like, I heard that song and I was in my car ready to kill myself, and Jelly Roll saved my life.
That's dope.
It's magical. And the cool thing is too, is like, he tells me this, and then an hour later, I'm in there shooting the meet and greet with Jelly Roll, and I'm just like, this is such. I'm living such a cool life. It's cool. I love it.
Dope, man. Any other dope celebrities you don't work with, or when you shoot for people?
I mean, so I've probably shot through Tailgate. I've been able to shoot for maybe 40, 50 different artists, and like Nate Smith, great guy, and he throws everything out there. Bailey is a great dude too. He remembers me every single time. Bailey Zimmerman.
Dude, he just dropped a song with Big X the Plug.
Dude, I love it.
This song was. I said, this is gonna be a hit right here, bro.
I was a little skeptical. I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck are they doing? But it's a slapper. I like it.
Bro. I like it.
But like I've you know what? One of my favorite is Nickelback. Those guys, I got to meet them, and they are just the nicest dudes alive. Yeah, I shot their meet and greet one time, and then we were just chopping up afterwards, and they're good dudes.
I got a funny story about Nickelback.
Hit me.
Like, I grew up in Memphis, right? We didn't really listen to a lot of pop and all that. But I truly believe in order to survive in life, you got to learn how to adapt and listen to different things, right? So my mom, every year for Christmas, would buy me like those Now CDs.
Oh, hell
I don't know if you remember those Now
CDs, dude. That's a throwback.
Man, that's a throwback, bro. It'd have like the commercial, you know what I'm saying, rap songs. And then on the back end, it had like the pop thing, like the rock song. That's what I knew about Bowling for Soup. And I remember the Nickelback song, So You Wanna Be a Rock Star.
Lee's favorite experience, but has since come around. Okay. It's a positive story.
Turn
but
stuff around.
Okay. So I was shooting the Mississippi Valley Fair in 2018 in Iowa. Okay. And Jake Owen was the headliner. And I was there to shoot the entire like festival or entire concert, and I probably stayed a little too long in the pit. I'm not gonna lie, okay. But no one told me that I couldn't be there. It's usually 3 songs and out when you're shooting music, okay, because the artist needs to get into it, and they don't want a random photographer or the news there to capture, them shotgunning a beer or whatever. And so I was probably there on like the 6th song, and I'm like lower. He's out on the catwalk, and he looks over at me and just gives me this death glare. Dude, it was like he shot an arrow through me, and I paralyzed, and I went out, and then last year he was at Tailgate, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't remember me. Please don't remember me. I was hoping not. And I saw him, and I talked to him about it, and he's like, dude, no, he was just the nicest guy that came back around. I was like, oh, thank you. But
so funny,
but like for everybody out there that's shooting music too, is like, you have to respect who's on stage, okay? I was on stage for 25,000 people right before Shinedown went on last year. Dude, I can't imagine them going out there and putting out their art and doing what they do. It's nuts. So the photographers there, like, they have to respect, and videographers, they have to respect the space and the energy that those artists are giving you. Like, they could not give you 3 songs. I've had plenty of artists where they don't even want me to shoot, and they're headliners, and they're like, nope, I don't know you, you're out. But when you give them the respect, like Bailey's guy, both times that I've probably shot him 4 times now, but every single time they're like, I know that you're going to be respectful of him. You could shoot the entire show. And then that's huge. That's huge. But the only other guy that I definitely will never listen to again, never anything, John Party. Okay.
John Party. I don't think I know John.
You don't need to know him. He's got a couple good songs, and he's not. I don't know if he's a bad guy off stage, but I was in there halfway through the first song in Chicago at the Windy City Smokeout, and security tackled me and threw me over the freaking front gate. Yeah, we went deep into
it. Ever, bro. This is my boy. This is my boy here. I've never listened to music ever.
I love it.
Well, super dope, bro. I appreciate you coming through today, man.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, bro. You got any advice or any words or gems you want to drop into the?
Well, I want to ask you, what do you want to do with this podcast? Where are you going with this?
Oh man, nobody never asked me this. You the first one.
Let's go, dude.
Dude, man. Honestly, man, I have a true passion for just entertainment, man. I want to just to be consistent, and I want people to listen to my podcast and feel like good. People come up. I want guests to feel like this is a conversation, right? We're not forcing.
Absolutely.
Like you're just having a good time. Like, he's a really cool guy, and I want my podcast to be one of the biggest podcasts that ever was, right?
I love that.
If I'm gonna shoot for the highest start.
Good.
And I want to be consistent and make sure I keep my integrity and being authentic and being who I am, man. And I have a true passion. I can understand you said earlier, having direction, like having a true passion for something, then everything's kind of now oversaturated now.
Yeah.
Then you have a true passion.
Well, I can tell you like to give to others too. And,
sure.
And especially if the podcast is going to go where I think you want it to go, like giving knowledge and giving gems to other people is huge. Like I love giving my art to people, and
for sure,
that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me editing at 3 a.m., So it's a vibe, dude.
Hell yeah, bro. You got anything you're working on right now? Anything we should look?
Oh man, I got a lot that I'm working on. I'm trying to find a documentary that I want to make this year, and I think I got a couple leads on it. But stay tuned for that. I think it's actually in Memphis, and we'll have to talk about this one off air. But because I'd love your advice on it.
For sure.
But so I've got like 30 open projects right now. But it's all great things, and really happy with where I'm at. Keep giving the art out.
Danny, man, this has been a dope episode, man. I'm looking forward to this one, y'all.
Love it.
We'll see y'all next time.
Sweet. Thank you.